Hi!
Hi.
What's happening?
What are you doing here in Frankfurt?
I've been asking myself that for 3 days. You know what? I'm exchanging musical notes for federal coupons. Which means, as I've said many times, every musician has his price, and you'd be surprised how low it actually is. What? Actually, I'm enjoying myself. I'm here playing at the Fender booth for the Fender folks.
Yep.
Doing some stuff with my buddy Roscoe Back and Mark Schulman on drums. Papish. Great. I started playing guitar when I was 12 years old, and I always wanted to play guitar. I was bewitched by Jimi Hendrix at a very young age. So Hendrix and Clapton, especially like Cream era Clapton, these guys were gods to me when most people were into like Kermit the Frog back home and watching Mr. Rogers. I was watching Mr. Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Country Jim, as I like to call him. And so I wanted to play guitar. So when I started playing, I picked it up quite fast. Within 9 months, I did my first gig, and I was ready to go. I had a Fender Lead 1 back in the day. It was a single pickup guitar, but I really wanted a Strat. But I ended up having a Telecaster, and I got Strats. I had a 335 that I played for many years, and that was my main guitar through college. And I always had a Tele, and I drifted back to Teles and Strats. I had to wean myself off the humbuckers, because once you get used to that thick-ass sound, it's hard to go back to the single coils, but I forced myself to do it. I kind of learned early on that I wanted to work for myself, because most musicians are mutants, and myself included. And so I actually, when I first got finished with college, I went to school for music, although I really majored in beer. I'm going to be clear about that. And but I went to school for jazz guitar, not to be like a Joe Pass type of individual. I just wanted to know how to play over changes and know what that was all about. But then I just really realized I always wanted to do my own thing. I needed to do my own thing again. So I started doing that, and then I got signed up with, the Fender thing really took off. I got signed up with Steve Vai's label, and that was more of the instrumental stuff. But I subsequently got signed by another label in Europe, Pro Vogue, and that was more of the vocal-oriented stuff. And then I did some records for this label called ZYX in Europe. And then I've written a bunch of stuff for Hal Leonard, instructional stuff. And between all that stuff, I've been able to kind of balance this thing of being married and having 4 kids and making sure that they don't end up on the talk show circuit for their dad not being around a lot. So I balance it out with, being not gone all that much. I mean, I have to travel in order to make money, but I'm not gone 300 days out of the year. Let's put it that way. So that's been good. So I mean, don't get me wrong. If somebody would call me up from a high-paying touring ensemble and want me to tour some things, I would be glad to do it. If because as I said, every musician has a price, and you'd be surprised how high it actually is. So it's all good. I can't complain, although sometimes I do because I'm good at it.